Out tonight in the middleweight division, scheduled for 6 rounds, Sam Houston, a young fighter out of New Mexico, and the Renaissance man, Dr. Terry Christle. To tell you more about him, Al Bernstein filed this special report.
Dr. Terry Christle has shown us here on ESPN that he continues to improve his skills. He was rusty after a couple-year layoff after a good amateur career, but here, against Jim Baker, he shows he's still got power in his right hand. And in his last outing against Milton Bush, Christle started to put it all together. How far can this fighting physician go? We'll get another answer when he fights tonight here on Top Rank Boxing.
Interesting fella, Dr. Terry Christle. Should be an interesting bout. Let's go to famed ring announcer Chuck Hull to introduce the principals.
Ladies and gentlemen, the official design by the Nevada State Athletic Commission for the opening bout of the evening. The judges are Lou Tabbitt, Art Lurie, and Hal Miller. The timekeeper is Charlie Roth. Counting at the knockdowns, Mike Lachella. The attending physician at ringside, Dr. Flip Lomansky. And your referee is Davey Pearl. The opening bout of the evening featuring 8 rounds of boxing in the middleweight division. Introducing, in the red corner, from Las Cruces, New Mexico, weighing in at 159 pounds, with a professional record of 8 wins, 3 defeats, 1 draw with 6 KOs. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Sam Houston. And in the blue corner, formerly of Dublin, Ireland, now fighting out of Brockton, Massachusetts, weighing 162 pounds. He is undefeated in his professional career, 12 wins, no defeats, 1 draw with 10 KOs. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the fighting Dr. Terry Christle.
That's an interesting guy, Terry Christle. That's Davey Pearl, the 3rd man in the ring. And let's take a look at the rules here in the state of Nevada. Al?
The 10-point must system here. The 3 judges will score. Referee doesn't figure in. And there is a standing 8 count, but don't expect it to be used. They don't use it here, even though it's on the books. 3 knockdown rule is in effect. No saving by the bell, and the physician can stop the bout, but I have to say it, only Terry Christle by a punch.
All right, Terry Christle in green and Sam Houston in the dark gray, almost black trunks to the left of your screen. I was incorrect when I told you 6. This is a scheduled 8-rounder in the middleweight division. And I told you Christle's an interesting fella. He is a bona fide doctor of medicine.
He is indeed. Has been over here. He's in Brockton, Massachusetts, training with the Petronellis, who, of course, are going to be pretty busy this weekend with Marvin Hagler.
And he's the taller of the 2 men in the ring. He's over 6 feet, and Houston is comes in at about 5'9", 5'10". Houston's a cowboy, bareback bronco rider and a boxer. And he told us this morning that his mother thinks he has a self-destruction type of attitude about him to be involved both in fighting and in rodeo work.
You can understand her feelings, I think.
Oh, yes. Mothers are quite provincial.
Those are two of the toughest things on earth to do.
Christle trying to cut the ring off on Houston. Christle's undefeated.
He is, and he has a good jab. His defense is what we don't know about. We haven't seen him in against anyone that really punches real well. We don't know if Houston can. We'll find out.
Houston comes in with a record of 8-3-1. He's knocked out 6 of his opponents en route to 8 victories, so he's got a bit of a punch. 10 knockouts out of the 12 wins for Terry Christle. Minute 30 remaining here in round number 1, so Christle obviously can put you away. Both Irish and French ancestry, so that's kind of a volatile mixture, isn't it?
Gives it a kind of a...
certainly a Gaelic flair.
Yes,
huh?
Gaelic flair. That's just what I was going to say, Tom.
Were you going to say that?
But you certainly would beat me to that punch.
And the Petronellis, the people who train Christle. Round 1 has a minute remaining in it.
The counter right there by Christle. He's getting in a counter right over the left hand of Sam Houston pretty regularly so far.
Ooh, good body shot thrown there by Christle. Followed it with the left hand. The jab. Brings that right to the body pretty good. Oh, good right hand thrown by Houston.
And he says that is his best power punch. See if you can get it in and what it can do to Christle.
This busy first round for these 2 guys. They're scheduled for 8, and there's a half minute As you see the seconds ticking away now in round number 1. We're at Caesar's Palace outdoors. It's a chilly evening, so if you think the crowd's a bit disappointing, well, bear in mind that it was raining here earlier, and it is cool. But I tell you got to be a real fight fan to come out on a night like this. And, of course, it's a very busy weekend here of boxing in Las Vegas and at Caesar's Palace. Round number 1 is coming to a close. Nice jab. Each man scoring, and we'll be back to see about round number 2 right after this. Sam Houston comes out for round 2. That's Dr. Terry Christle in the green with his back to you. Houston in the gray, blackish-type trunks. And we go into round number 2. Al gave the opening round to Christle. Remember the 10-point must system here in Nevada. And generally, without a knockdown or a very, very good round, why it says 10-9, at least a lesser number. You really got to put somebody down here in Nevada, I think, to make it a 10-8 round, don't you, Al?
Yeah, unlike Atlantic City, New Jersey, where they have instituted a more liberal and wider range of
You know,
scoring.
I never asked your opinion of that as we watch Christle in green and Houston in black, gray black.
I don't think I'm that keen on it, because I think as you start to vary and widen things, you get into more interpretation by the judges, and it makes it just that much more confusing.
And I think it puts a bigger burden on the judges. I mean, knock somebody down, make it a 10-8 round. Don't make it a 10-9.
Absolutely.
I think,
knock them down a couple times, 10-7, or really dominate after one knockdown. It could be 10-7, but I agree.
I'm Tom Kelly, along with Al Bernstein, and of course Dave Bontempo is with us as well. Big weekend of boxing. You'll be hearing from Dave throughout our telecast tonight. Our 7th anniversary special coming to you from Caesar's Palace. We thank you for joining us. Hope that all's well in your world. That's Dr. Christle in green, Sam Houston. Boy, they're busy with those left jabs. Round number 2 in a minute and a half remains. And oh, nice, good hook from him. Landed flush on the jaw. That one was blocked as Christle threw that, and that right hand just did slip by.
Houston is trying to get his right hand in, but Christle is doing a pretty good job of slipping that punch.
These are middleweights. Middleweight co-main event coming up tonight. That's Barkley, Jorge Amparo. A minute remaining here in round number 2. Davey Pearl is the third man, veteran boxing arbiter.
One thing we've seen from Christle is the constant improvement. He's continued to hone his skills working under the Petronellis, and while I said he's not an upper echelon middleweight, he does have some fairly good boxing skills. I think the way to beat him probably is to really pressure him. You have to really push him back and muscle him and pressure him.
Half a minute and counting here. Round number 2. A cool night in Las Vegas. Both men just a bit short. They're almost about a foot apart from having a real slam-bang fight here. They were just a foot closer to each other.
That's an excellent comment. Yeah, could be maybe a cut developing. He's trained by Rocky Burke, the brother of Louis Burke, who once was an ESPN junior lightweight champion. And boy, Louis Burke had a bout, talk about looking back in our history, with Freddie Roach. It was just astonishing several years ago.
Nice left hand by Christle for the most part. He's landed a couple of solid hooks. Christle with a 77% knockout ratio. He has put away 10 of the 12 guys he's beaten, and 50% for Houston.
I don't think either of these guys would be classified as one-punch knockout artists. In the time when we've seen Christle score knockouts, it's been from a series of punches.
Minute and a half remaining here in round number 3. This is scheduled for 8, the opening bout on our busy card here tonight. Caesar's Palace. We're outdoors here in the fun capital of Las Vegas. Cool evening.
Also.
Follows a day of showers that fell here. Oh, right hand to the body and a nice left to the jaw. Dr. Terry Christle backing Houston up. And there's looks like a cut over the left eye of Houston now. Some blood showing on the left side of Houston's face. We'll wait so you get a closer look at it. That's Houston on the right of your screen. Overhand right thrown by Christle. Lands again with it, right over that left hand.
Christle's getting in the straight right. He's also getting in the right hand that's of a more looping variety. So making that right hand work for him in a couple of different ways.
And I think the cut is in the eyelid, or the eyebrow, just above the left eye. We've got half a minute remaining. Nice, solid right-left combination scoring. Christle seemed to be on target now. 20 seconds and counting down. Another solid jab, and Houston upset with himself. Blood now in the face of Sam Houston as the seconds tick away. Round 3 coming to a close. We'll be back to see about the 4th round in just a moment.
Hi, I'm Christy Fitchner, Miss USA 1986, inviting you to watch the Disney Channel's free Sneak a Peek Week, April 6th to the 12th.
Terry Christle, more of a combination puncher than Houston. You can see that with that right hand and then the left following.
That's Houston to the left of your screen, now looking right directly at you. Catches a right hand, and his seconds were busy in the corner, stemming the flow of blood, at least for the moment, out of the right eyebrow, the left eyebrow. But it is showing red again, and an inviting target now for Dr. Christle. He's in the green trunks. Houston's going to have to start putting some combinations of his own together, Al Bernstein, or this fight's going to be slipping away. Bleeding again from above the eye. Those are the type of cuts that announcers always refer to as the kind that could stop a fight. That blood coming down in the eye. Get cut below the eye, it's obvious it's not going to.
And appropriately, and that is in a bad spot, so I'll be looking at it carefully. And of course, the way Christle's been landing those right hands, I would say, had a good opportunity to make something out of that.
Houston's good looks are, solid chopping left hand by Christle. Blood again pouring quite freely now from above the left eye. And Sam Houston is back against the ropes and really in a counter-punching mode, and Christle getting off first.
Houston has tried to counterpunch a lot in this fight, but he hasn't been very effective, Tom. I don't believe you can beat Christle by doing it unless you're really a terrific counterpuncher. If you give him a chance to box at long range and get his rhythm, he'll do well.
Minute 30 remaining. We're in round number 4 here, scheduled for 8. These middleweights. Christle's got a pretty good-looking left hand, hasn't he?
Excellent jab. It's gotten better every fight, and in this one he's using it very well.
Oh, solid right hand followed the jab, and Houston caught it flush in the face. Sam Houston, a game, tough kid. No question about it. That was a slapping left hand, and the blood pouring down now from that cut over his left eye. The physicians, one in each corner, but in Houston's case, they'll be busy in there taking a look at it between rounds. Christle backs him up, right hand to the body.
Nice move by Terry Christle. You can see from long range, he's a good boxer.
It's been a very busy fight for these two guys. Davey Pearl, third man in the ring, has had very little to do in the way of separating or cautioning him about anything. Christle unmarked and apparently very much in control, getting off first with combinations. Catches a frustrated Houston as he comes in with the right hand. We're in the closing half a minute here of round number 4. Go over and follow Sam into the corner. Sam Houston, that is, and give you a close-up of the sight. Certainly the sound of boxing. A lot of blood now all over the face of Houston. Chopping left hand. Boy, his corner is going to be very busy. Now, his face looks worse than it is. Let me caution you, first of all, there's a lot of blood flowing from above the eye, and the guy leaning in there, very much interested, is Burke.
Flip Homansky, the doctor here, taking a peek in there.
How you feel, son?
All right.
Bleeding from 4 places.
Yes. What's your combination?
Look at me. You want to go ahead?
Yes.
You can't even get that stopped. I think
I'll
we
get
got
it.
enough.
I'll get it. No, wait. Give us one more chance.
He's
One
bleeding
more
from
chance.
4 areas,
Doc.
Davey.
Doc,
That's it?
one more chance, Doc.
I say no.
Let's get him. Let him go. Oh, man.
They're going to stop it, ladies and gentlemen. They're going to stop it. The doctor telling the seconds in the corner, so listen, the man is bleeding from 4 different places, and it's not going to get any better, only worse. That's a very solid bit of reasoning, I think, Al Bernstein.
Well, and apparently, from what we overheard, the big issue was the fact that he felt that they couldn't get the cut over his left eye, couldn't stop the flow of blood. So felt it would continue to get worse.
So the unbeaten doctor out of the Marvin Hagler stable, trained by the Petronelli brothers, picks up still another victory, and the handsome young Sam Houston has got blood coming from 4 different areas on the face, but as Al said, the main cut was right over the left eye. And Dave Bontempo will be in the ring to talk with the winner, Dr. Terry Christle, and in a moment we're going to get the official time and the decision from Chuck Hull. I liked everything I heard in that corner by the physician. I think that's the man right on top of his game.
Oh, he was indeed, and Sam Houston will be back to fight another day.
Let's go to Chuck Hull for the official decision. Chuck?
Ladies and gentlemen, on the advice of the ringside physician, Dr. Flip Pomansky, the referee, Davy Pearl, stops the bout. The winner by a TKO and still undefeated, Dr. Terry Christle.